Here we have a 2006 Toyota RAV4 XT3 in a black, starting with the offside front tyre. Tread depth here, we're looking at about 2mm at the most, so that's going to be changing pretty soon. Looking at the offside front alloy, as you can see, I've got a bit of curbing around the outside edge of the alloy there. Looking around the rest of the alloy, it actually appears to be in nice condition. Certainly a bit of a refurb required there. Looking down the offside of the vehicle, yeah, I've got one or two small dinks in both the driver's and rear door. No real signs of very heavy dents. Looking around the offside front arch, you've got a bit of paint peel on the arch here. You've got some stone chips that will require some touch-ins as well. Good mop and polish, and again some touch-ins around the paintwork there. Driver's mirror, again, you've got some light scratches and some stone chips, so mop and polish needed there. Driver's door itself, again, we've got some light bodywork scratches, mainly around the door handle area, so good mop and polish there. Light scratches all behind the driver's door on the rear door, so a good mop and polish needed. A couple of touch-ins down the door edge as well, and again some touch-ins around the paintwork just from some various little marks. One or two light scratches on the sills. So you got your roof rails on top. Rear passenger door, again, like I said, you've got some bodywork scratches again that'll need a mop and polish. And again, a couple of touch-ins around the door edge. Light bodywork scratches all around the rear arch and rear quarter. A bit of a scuff mark here on the rear arch, might need a bit of paint. Looking on the rear tyre, you're looking at about 3mm there in the centre. And again, as we look around the alloys and series, some little chips and paint peel around the majority of the alloy, some scuff marks as well, so a refurb will be needed. Moving towards the rear end of the vehicle. Take a look at the back here, looking on the rear bumper. Got some scuff marks along the loading bay there, as you can see, so paint might needed. You've got your tow bar on the back, and on your spare wheel casing here, again, you've got some scuff marks, so a bit of paint needed there. A lot of light scratches around the back here, so a good mop and polish will definitely be needed. Again, bit of touch-ins of paint, just some chips. Light scratches around the boot. Rear quarter's fine. And as you can see, we have got some very heavy scuffs actually on the lower section of the rear bumper, so as you can see, some very heavy scratches and scuff marks needed there, so smart repair needed on there. Inside the boot, there's no sign of any parcel shelf. Nice clean condition though. Again, no spare wheel as it should be in the casing. But that's the inside of the boot. Near side rear tyre, again, we're looking at about 2mm. That'll need changing pretty soon. Looking on the rear alloy, again, as you can see, I've got paint sort of chips around the alloy. Again, some paint peel on the alloy as well, and also one or two scuff marks, so a refurb required there. Looking down the near side of the vehicle, taking a good look down the bodywork here. Again, just one or two small dinks down the bodywork. Not sure what that is in focusing. There we go. Again, some chips down the door edge of the rear door, chips down the front door edge as well, and again, good mop and polish to both the doors. Some scratches all along the mirror. That one there is a bit deep, so might require some paint. Front arch, again, scuff mark there on the front arch. Also a large scuff mark on the front arch as well, so smart repair definitely will be required. Front tyre, again, about 2mm with some wearing on the outside edge, so a new tyre will be needed there pretty soon. And again, we've got some refurbs needed to the front alloy. Actually, I've got some scuffs and curb marks. We've ran to the front end of the car. Some stone chips around the front end. Offside front quarter is fine. Then stone chips on the bonnet of the car, so quite a few touch-ins will be needed as it's a bit chippy on the bonnet. But that's the exterior of the Toyota. Inside, we've got the full cloth interior, nice condition, no real sign of any holes or damage there. Back of the seats are all looking good as well, even the carpets and mats are relatively clean, so not bad in the back. Driver's seats also in nice condition, no real damage there. Slight bit of wearing there on the bolster. Front passenger seats also in a nice condition. Dashboard center console's relatively clean, no real signs of any marks, and a little bit of wearing around the steering wheel. Inside the vehicle, you've got one key and one key / immobiliser. And looking at the display here whilst I start the car. As you can see, no issue at all starting the vehicle. We'll just look at the radio and CD, that's working fine. No issues at all with the blowers, the air conditioning comes out nice and cold as well. 123,729 miles on the clock. Taking a look at your paperwork, looking at your service history, I've got one there at 21, we've then got 35, 38, 60, so you can see there is some Toyota stamps, 81, 99 and 122 being your last service history. The car has had 2 owners, as you can see on the V5, and it's not a bad looking car for them.